You're like the 90s.
I'm a goofy goober. SpongeBob SquarePants. This was the drill. Now you can believe me because when Bacon says in the softest tone, this was a drill, you can go back to your class and chill, but rewind. I just said I was a goofy goober. But would you really know who I am? The only thing you see is my appearance, and what I show you all, sure, see your class council, dancing, acting, run through 6 of my woes, but I'm going to tell you who I am from my own perspective. And every time I say, break the poetry, clap once. The Japanese say that you have 3 faces. The first face, you show to the world. The second face, you show to your close friends and your family. And the third face, you never show anyone. It's a truest reflection of who you are. It started when I began writing poetry. At the age of 13, when I couldn't project my feelings, so I started writing my dreams. That it was hard to look at my past and forget what I had seen, that I was 9, and my conscience was still remembered at 18. Break the poetry. It was a source I could rely on, the mask that no one ever saw. It sat on a paper that no one can see, and damn, it felt good that no one can judge me. That it was just me, that paper and pencil, and whatever I write, it's for me. It's who I am and what I see. Don't you ever have that moment, after those 3 masks, something that you do that'll make you feel comfortable, relaxed, and confident? Age 14 years old. Because I've been sitting around in my basement, wondering how much time I've been wasting, thinking about you like the stars of the moon. Break the poetry. Yeah, let's just say I was 14 and we all had that stage of thinking we were in love. But let me ask you this. The mask that you don't show, are you afraid because people will know the real you? And that's scary. For people to know you and see the reflection of your heart and your mind in their eyes, we take a chance. We show our struggles, we show growth, and showing that isn't a sign of weakness, but it's a representation of our own strength. We're all human. We share things with people we might not even know about. Sometimes we wear the mask for certain reasons. So boom, I'm at a Blair party. Nah, just kidding. I'm at Coachella. And I see this fine fella dance, and I'm like, ow, what up, baby? And then Bogato's there with his clipboard. I'm like, oh, snap. Hi, Mr. Bogato, how are you? He's like, hey, Jay. Were you just calling that fellow there, baby? And I'm like, nah, that's not the Blair way. And he's like, huh, you're right. And gives me a strong high five, and he walks away, and I go, whew, thank you, God, Mary, Joseph, Jesus. Okay, so that's me wearing my mask, because seeing Bogato at Coachella was not expected. But what if you took off that mask, and it's like this? Hey, Jay, were you calling that fellow there, baby? And I'm like, yeah, how'd you know? Because I was like, oh, you with the devil. And he's like, oh, snaps, hey? I didn't know you rap. Let me get that on Rap Chat. My name is Bogato. The Blair way is my motto. My favorite rapper is Drake. He's really freaking dank. So you and Bogato start having a rap battle, and then he wins, and you realize you suck, but that's all right. Because you decided to take off that mask. But anyways, back to the point. This mask is a piece of plastic, and you can always be who you are without it. Don't be afraid to show you, because you can be comfortable being your truest self. When I was 15 years old, I felt all the tension, going through depression that the only thing I could see was my book, empty pages and an empty mind, and I wondered why it just couldn't rhyme, because I didn't give it the time that it needed. So all my thoughts thought that I was conceited. Break the poetry. At the age of 16, after my mother was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, I became stronger, my poetry felt deeper, and I knew by the end I was my mother's keeper, because I was making her stronger as much as she was making me stronger. And when I thought it was the end, and I couldn't write any longer. The power of courage to take off that mask is going to be harder than you think. But I'm here telling you what's underneath my mask, my past, and who I am today, and I'm still alive. But before this, would you know that I write raps and sing poetry? who I am. And no one will change that. And at the end of the day, I am the sun. I am the sun. Age 18 years old. Last poem. Pay attention to how the rose grows. The beauty of it can suddenly transpose. Through the 6 to 8 weeks will the beauty last, or will the sun feel the guiltiness of her past? Like she wasn't there to give the rose photosynthesis. So every time he sees you, he keeps on reminiscing. That the sun couldn't shine, the rain wasn't there, so the sun decided to go to DC and not be at Blair. The rose is alone, the pain lingers on the heart of his soul, so the beauty starts to expire. The pain gets higher, and the once beauty rose turned into burning fire. The rose slash fire decides to finish it. Instead of moving on when the right thing to do is diminish it. He roars and he raves to show beauty to the sun's friends, though he's getting played. Why do you engage in your heart still remains? After no allowed, he knows she's on stage. But the sun still knows that she outshines the rose. And the fire slash rose knew without the sun he was doomed, and soon he would have prospered and not even bloom to what he aspired to be. With what came was free, and which the sun knew she always had the key. The key to success, knowing that she's blessed. But these words she wrote, she just had to confess. These words of wisdom, knew she would rise to the kingdom, but down to earth. Earthly she is. She promised she would once recite this poem to her kids, that you might get your mind broken, but always remain focused. That when your mother slash son tells a story, she shakes the crown it's potent. Watch the nature around you, and know that I always got you. And let my light shine on you, because I am the sun, the strongest power generating heat. And despite what's beneath my feet, I've seen the birds and the bees, the fake grass and the brown trees. Know that they don't prosper. It's all hallucination. The things you see right now, you don't see on graduation. Know you're conflicted with all these imposters, but no weapon to get you shall only prosper. Sun straight heat, spit rise with the rays bump and beat, and have the trippy trees up and out of their seats. Stay up, rise above, and hunt day, because you can be the sun despite what comes your way. Shine, shine, shine. Say my life is mine, and don't ever look behind, because can't you see the sign? The flashing lights and fame. When you see the sign closer, you see it spells out your name. Taylorhunt. Sit back in the Maserati drinking some tea. Dress so clean because you gotta mind your business. Know that you're relentless. You see how far you came, you see how irrelevant to a senseless. But can the sun smell the rose from her nose? Spitting poetry, bop into her clothes. Can't even shine, but you can feel the glows. All she sees is nature. She can't even feel. Despite day and night, her dreams becoming way too real. So don't be afraid to shine, because you can be the sun. Break the poetry.
I never really liked to play with dolls, or like the color pink, or even wear dresses for that matter. I love to get down and dirty, love to hang out with the boys, and love to play sports outside. I was always forced to wear dresses and skirts when I was a child, even if I didn't want to. The times that I didn't wear dresses and looked like a boy, the girls in my school would make fun of me and would call me names that would hurt me. I tried my hardest to change my ways and change the way I looked to fit in with the girls. It was extremely hard because I didn't find myself liking the things a normal girl would like. I would much rather go play catch, go play football, watch WWE Friday Night SmackDown on Monday Night Raw, or even roughhouse with the guys. I remember one day in 5th grade at Alamucci Middle School, I was eating my lunch, and one of the girls from the popular clique made a comment. I don't know why she always looks like a boy. It's so gross. Or I heard, she's a whore. She's always with the guys. She must like all of them. When in actuality, they were just my friends and had similar interests as I. As I grew older, I started taking a different direction in the things I liked and the people I was interested in. I remember in 6th grade, slipping a note to one of my friends saying, I like you, and we could all attest to this, we've done this at least once or twice. For me, it was weird because that note went to a girl that I had a crush on. I felt weird about it at first, but then I felt that it was okay for me to be myself. But that wasn't the case at all in this situation. When she read the note, she laughed. and told everybody in our class I liked it. The rumors started spreading. I got made fun of. It was always the highlight of everyone's topics in the first period walking through the hallways. I had a few texts come in here and there about how it's not normal to like a person of the same sex, and how I have a sick disease. The students tried to play jokes on me, and told me that a certain girl liked me when they really didn't. People started calling me a boy, and treating me differently except for my best friend, Alexa. The name calling and the rumors got so bad to the point where I, myself, couldn't accept me for who I truly was. As a result of this, I cut my inner thighs and even tried to commit suicide a few times. I didn't know who I was and what kind of person I was becoming, because I started to believe that I wasn't normal and that it was wrong to be gay. I tried to like guys, but I knew that that wasn't me at all. I hid that certain part of my life, and the only person that had known that was my best friend. I hid it from my parents because I didn't know what their reaction would be, and I was afraid of being disowned again. I attended a Christian school in Washington, New Jersey in my 7th and 8th grade year, and that was when I truly began to accept myself. Freshman year at Blair, however, I fell back into a hole of how people may not accept me for who I truly was. As a result of this, I wore tight clothing and flats, dresses, wore my hair down all the time, and struggled with self-consciousness. Sophomore year, I tried a more preppy look incorporated into my style. Thank you, Fletcher. My hair was in a ponytail. I wore colorful pants with Sperry's and a blouse or a collared shirt, depending on what kind of day it was, for the first half of the year, until Taylor Hunt came up to me and said, "Bree, this is not you. This is not your style." Those words spoke to me because at that moment I realized that it's okay to be myself and be who I am without any judgment. Ever since then, I became who I truly was. I had told my parents and my family members, and they were supportive of me. But then there were those who didn't support. The negatives. The negatives didn't faze me because at the end of the day, people are going to say what they want to say. People are always going to want to see you down when you're happy. People are always going to want you to fail. Being gay doesn't mean you have a disease, or that something is wrong with you, or that you're worth more or less than anybody else. It's okay to be who you are because at the end of the day, I realized for myself that the only person who's staring back at the mirror I am looking into is myself and myself only. Nobody can ever change that. Nobody will ever change me. Nobody will ever break me. I am who I am. I am who I am. And I'm proud of it. The rest is history. Thank you.
I've got duty. 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 It's one of those words where the more you say it, the weirder it sounds. Before I got accustomed to Blair lingo, whenever someone said, "I have duty," my first reaction was to wonder why they were publicly announcing that they had to take a dump. After all, the word duty is a synonym for poop. Duty is like poop. It stinks, but you have to do it. Why am I up here? Why am I up here talking about poop? That's a good question. I don't claim to know the answer. But what I do know is that every Friday night, around 7:45, I am the king of flight deck. Because on Friday nights, the prefects are on duty. There There is no doubt that on these Friday nights, I would rather be doing other things, like cracking open a fresh can of Diet Sprite, sitting back on my couch and enjoying a nice TED Talk. But darn duty has taught me values that I can carry with me throughout the rest of my life. It has taught me the value of independence. For example, picture this. 7:55 already. Does anybody know where Ollie is? Oh, you saw him with Wagner. Well, what about Chaz? Oh my God, he's back together with Casey. Well, then what about the Multinnies? Jeremy pooped himself? Oh, jeez, what a baby. Well, I guess I'm handling tonight alone. It has taught me the value of situational awareness, even under pressure. 18 freshmen aren't too keen on listening to what I have to say when Friday night rolls around. But you always must behave in a professional manner, or you can find yourself in quite the thicket. Because you never know who's right around the corner. For example, picture this. No, Will Cameron, you cannot take a shower at 8:05. Where's Nick? Has anybody seen Nick? Jacob, just quit playing Pokemon for 2 minutes and do your work. Seth, for the last time, you cannot bribe your way out of study hall. Oh, Vincey, put your clothes back on right now. Oh my God, Luke and Cole, just shut the... Oh, hey, Mr. Fortunato. It's so good to see you. I didn't know you were coming up to visit tonight. Oh, I was just telling Luke and Cole to shut the front window, keep the wind out. It's getting a little drafty in here. It has taught me the value of gratitude. Because I know I've been up here saying stuff, and I don't really know what I've been talking about or if there's any message to this speech, but what I really want to say is that I'm grateful for the kids in my hallway. I would like to say that I teach my prefectees, but in reality, they teach me. Cole taught me that you never have to have a bad hair day. Luke taught me that there is still hope out there for the Corrado brothers. Will taught me that you can win a game of Super Smash Brothers by jumping around and doing no damage until everyone else kills each other. Shout out to Corinne. Pierce taught me that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself, and intro to Calc Honors. Jacob taught me that it's always appropriate to give someone a hug. Jay Choi taught me that redemption is a beautiful thing. Vincey taught me not to try to grow up too fast because you only get to be young once. Zedric, like it or not, I taught you everything you know about the basketball court. But in return, you taught me that a positive mindset, combined with an incredible work ethic and a welcoming attitude, can lead to great success. I guess we'll call it even. Seth taught me that for a senior, I'm actually pretty dumb. Braden taught me that a Dundas is a Dundas. Ethan taught me the importance of staying true to yourself. Philip taught me that there's nothing wrong with a good Netflix session. A-Rob taught me that accomplishments come in many forms. Paolo taught me that it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Max taught me that it only takes a hello and a smile to brighten anyone's day. Nick taught me how to nay-nay. Tyler taught me that good will always triumph over evil. Oliver taught me that the best time to dance is all the time. Mr. Compton taught me to embrace my passions. Miss Curtis taught me how to care about other people. The Multinnies taught me to work hard and take responsibility so that I can find pride in the work that I do. I love you, Flight Deck. Always respect yourself and represent. Flight Deck for life. Can't wait for next Friday night. TGIF. Mike and Moms. Thank you.